Hi, I'm Peter Shaw and you're watching my Q&A on SKTV. It's a tough choice, but maybe because I met him when I was a young lad and he's actually a really nice fella, I'd say Yakubu. Yakubu was up there. Very underrated in the Prem as well, had a few good Prem spells. He used to give it that one when he celebrated as well. Phew, that's a hard one. No, nonetheless, I say Joe, obviously when we started this coaching company up, that compared to the rest, you sort of get the sense of freedom to coach what you like and how you'd like. Now of course with all good practice I've been allowed to do that, but Joe sort of gives us the platform to be able to do that with certain sessions, and also going for food isn't bad with him as well. I know we sent this one in, but no it wasn't because my name's Peter, so it'd be perfect Peter, wouldn't it? Oh, well, I had to have a good think of this. This was a pre-warned question, so I've done it since when I started following football. So give myself a time scale of about 14, 13 years. So in net, Petr Cech, back four, Ivanovic, right back, Van Dijk, centre back, Terry, the other centre back, Ashley Cole, left back. I'm a midfield four, got my diamond. Just to fit him in, Yaya Toure, CDM. Right centre mid, Stevie G. Left centre mid, Frank Lampard. Centre attacking mid, bit controversial, Kevin De Bruyne. Up front, two of my favourite strikers of all time, Suarez and Didier Drogba. I think that's a mean Premier League, modern 11. I can see him looking at me in the background now, so I'm gonna have to go with my loyal assistant, or joint manager, as he likes to be called on good days, Ryan Worrell. I think he's the closest thing I've got to my coaching philosophy, and likewise his coaching philosophy. So yeah, definitely enjoy coaching with Ryan the most. Just that I was really bad at football when I was younger, and just had everything in my head. Really understood football when I got into it quite from an early age, but was never able to do it with my right, left, or anything else really. My body just wouldn't allow me. So always obsessed with being the coach and being the person who sort of dictated the team, but obviously couldn't justify being a captain of the team, so got into coaching from a really early age. From about 14, 15, started managing mates teams, and then took me on to managing when I was 17, so, and then never looked back since. Really being able to not play football inspired me more to take up coaching when I was younger. The 30-yard half volley or the team goal and a tap-in. I think the younger me wants a 30-yard half volley, but I think if my team scored a brilliant team goal and a tap-in was required, I think myself and the other coaches would be really satisfied, so I'll go with the team goal and the tap-in. But we do love a 30-yard half volley. I guess since I've been living, obviously we've been blessed with four I count as particularly good managers in Klopp, Rodgers, Houllier and Benitez. I'd say who's given me the most joy and success of being a football fan, and since I've been able to go to Liverpool matches more often, have to be Jurgen Klopp. Top three of all time, I think it would be third, Coit, Mr. Important Goal, always delivered when it mattered. Second, most talented player I think Liverpool have ever had, in Luis Suarez. I've just absolutely adored watching him play, and I think obviously to be lucky to watch this man week in, week out is easily Steven Gerrard. So most like to manage, I think Gerrard. I think in terms of what he brings, leadership to the team on and off the pitch, I think he'd always be there, reliable. Don't think he'd miss training, and also just would get you goals and assists every single week. It's a tough one. Speaking about this not long ago, obviously I've had the luckiness to be involved in three really big teams around Stockport and managed directly in Stockport Vikings, Intercheadle and Mountfield Rovers. I have to say, I think it'd be wrong not to say it, the current under-14s that we coach at Intercheadle are probably one of the favourite teams, and can definitely see some potential, especially the way the team started from under-12s with a bunch of lads leaving teams that had been folding, and we sort of all came together with myself and Ryan from SK and had a really good 1.5 seasons at the moment. So hopefully can have a really good end to this season and carry on all the way up to under-18s. I can see him looking at me. I think Ryan's my biggest influence. No, I can't give him that much praise. Two managers and a lot of people sort of look down upon when you say that, but I'll go with Brendan Rodgers and Andros Villas-Boas. They're two managers who, Rodgers was, obviously his career was cut short and he didn't really have to get into coaching, but chose to get into coaching at 21 and had something like his pro licence by the time he was 30, 31, which I think as a young coach growing up, you see that inspiration and think, you can do that, even though he had a footballing background, to go and then take it upon himself to go and get his coaching badges and coach in the academy and work his way to the bottom. And of course, has managed at the very top of the Premier League is something that hits home for me, ahead of a Mourinho, ahead of a Guardiola, ahead of them type of managers who had a big footballing background. And Ange Villas-Boas is the same, as no professional playing career. So for the career he has had, and glad to see him back in Europe properly with Marseille, is always took big inspiration off Villas-Boas as well. But yeah, they're my two working class who I'd like to see, and really think you can definitely go far in coaching by looking at them too, looking at their pathways. No, I think in a selfish view, I'd have to do it because I think it'd bring so much joy to my friends and my family. I think it'd have to be Liverpool win the league. Just get it done. Inter have got plenty of time to win this league. You never know with Liverpool, especially with our luck. Although it does seem to be changing this season, so fingers crossed. Hi guys, thank you for watching my Q&A. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to SK Football Coaching TV to see more videos of me and the fellow coaches. Bye.